say the world's most dangerous animal on the earth, the lion, shark. What about human? In fact, there are many ferocious beasts, both large and small, that are downright deadly. Here, the 8 most dangerous animals in the world. Check out our list.
Cape buffalo, which number around 900,000, are a relatively mild species when left alone, preferring to travel in massive herds to graze in early morning and late afternoon hours or to gather around watering holes to stay hydrated. However, if an individual or its calf is threatened or wounded, they become the incarnation of their nickname, Black Death, reportedly responsible for killing more hunters on the continent than any other creature. These behemoths, which can grow up to nearly 6 feet tall and weigh close to a ton, circle and stalk the prey before charging at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. They're even known to continue charging no matter where they're injured and will not hesitate to attack moving vehicles. You don't want to mess with those horns. Where to find them? Sub-Saharan Africa, including Kruger National Park in South Africa.
Northern goshawk are large hawks, and the largest and bulkiest of the accipiters. They have broad, rounded wings and long tails. Relatively long secondary flight feathers give the trailing edge of the wing a curved or bulging look. The wingtips can look pointed in flight. Goshawks are stealthy predators that watch for prey on high perches and then attack with quick, agile flight. Even through dense trees or cluttered understory, they fly with a few relatively slow wing beats interspersed with short glides. Goshawks are birds of wild forests, and tend to occur in large tracts. Across much of their range they live mainly in coniferous forests, but they may occur in deciduous hardwood forest as well, such as in the northeastern U.S.
Black mamba. Those species like the boomslang or the king cobra are dangerous thanks to their respective poisons. The black mamba is especially deadly due to its speed. The species, which can grow up to 14 feet long, is the fastest of all snakes, slithering at speeds of up to 12.5 miles per hour, which makes escaping one in remote areas that much more difficult. Thankfully, black mambas usually only strike when threatened, but when they do, they'll bite repeatedly, delivering enough venom, a blend of neuro and cardiotoxins, in a single bite to kill 10 people. And if one doesn't receive the correlative antivenom within 20 minutes, the bites are almost 100% fatal. Where to find them? The savannas and rocky areas of southern and eastern Africa. Saltwater crocodile. Florida's alligators may be scary, but they have nothing on their cousin, the fearsome crocodile, which is more short-tempered, easily provoked, and aggressive towards anything that crosses its path. Of all the species in the world, the largest and most dangerous is the saltwater crocodile. These ferocious killers can grow up to 23 feet in length, weigh more than a ton, and are known to kill hundreds each year, with crocodiles as a whole responsible for more human fatalities and
The wild boar is a medium-sized mammal with a large head and front end that leads into a smaller hind. The wild boar is the most widely distributed land mammal on Earth as its native range extends from Western Europe right across to Japan to the east. Wild boar are nocturnal animals that only come out at night to forage for food. They spend around 12 hours sleeping in a dense nest of leaves during the day, before waking up to find a meal under the cover of night. The wild boar is an omnivorous animal that primarily feeds on plants. Plant matter comprises around 90% of the wild boar's diet as they feed on young leaves, berries, grasses and fruits, and unearth roots and bulbs from the ground with their hard snouts. Due to their incredibly large distribution, wild boars are prey to numerous predators of all shapes and sizes throughout their natural habitats. Large felines such as leopards, lynxes and tigers are amongst the most common predators of the wild boar. An adult African elephant's trunk is about 7 feet, 2 meters, long. It's actually an elongated nose and upper lip. Like most noses, trunks are for smelling. When an elephant drinks, it sucks as much as 2 gallons, 7.5 liters, of water into its trunk at a time. When an elephant gets a whiff of something interesting, it sniffs the air with its trunk raised up like a submarine periscope. If threatened, an elephant will also use its trunk to make loud trumpeting noises as a warning. Elephants are social creatures. They sometimes hug by wrapping their trunks together in displays of greeting and affection. Elephants also use their trunks to help lift or nudge an elephant calf over an obstacle, to rescue a fellow elephant stuck in the mud, or to gently raise a newborn elephant to its feet. And just as a human baby sucks its thumb, an elephant calf often sucks its trunk for comfort. One elephant can eat 300 pounds, 136 kilograms, of food in one day. Tsetse fly, often regarded as the world's most dangerous fly. The tsetse fly A small speck of insect that measures between 8 to 17 millimeters, or about the same size as the average housefly, is commonly found in sub-Saharan Africa, especially countries in the center of the continent. While the flies themselves are nasty blood-sucking bugs that usually feed during the peak warm hours, their true terror lies in the protozoan parasites they spread known as trypanosomes. These microscopic pathogens are the causative agent of African sleeping sickness, a disease marked by neurological and meningoencephalitic symptoms including behavioral changes, poor coordination, as well as the disturbances in sleeping cycles that give the illness its name. It can cause death if left untreated. While there are no vaccines or medications available to prevent infection, methods of protection include wearing neutral-colored clothing. The tsetse fly is attracted to bright and dark colors, especially blue. Humans. Surprised? After all, we're animals too, and since we've been killing each other for 10,000 years, with the total deaths from war alone estimated at between 150 million and 1 billion, and that was a decade ago, it's a no-brainer that we top the list. Though human beings are said to be living in the most peaceful period now than at any other time in our history, we still assault each other with incredibly high rates of senseless brutality, from gun violence to terrorist attacks around the globe. We're dangerous to other animals. To think global warming, the destruction of forests and coral reefs, and over-tourism, given the threat we pose to countless other creatures and the fact that we often act irrationally and have the capacity to annihilate our entire planet with a host of horrifying weapons like nuclear devices and genetically modified superbugs, we are squarely atop the list as the most dangerous animal in the world.